Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Breaking news out of California. This is disgusting. A cold case almost spanning 4 decades might finally be solved now that authorities in Northern California have made an arrest. On June 22, 1980, 14-year-old Suzanne Bombardier was kidnapped and stabbed to death while she was babysitting her nieces. She had been violated, raped, and brutally murdered with a knife that pierced her heart. Now, police have finally made an arrest. Lynn Bacom has been arrested. It took a retired detective and an author to get her case the attention it deserved. Her disappearance prompted an intense search in Antioch, a city east of the San Francisco Bay Area. 5 days later, a fisherman discovered her body floating on the San Joaquin River about 97 miles away. The report said she had been sexually assaulted and stabbed with a single wound to the heart. Bacom was known to Suzanne's family, police said to the East Bay Times. He was identified as the killer through DNA evidence acquired in the case that was run through a federal database, police told the paper. The reopening of the case was attributed to author Jennifer Kathleen Gibbons and retired Antioch police detectives Gregory Glott and Ron Rackley. Gibbons had been paying her respects at her grandparents' grave when a chance encounter with a man at a nearby grave caught her curiosity. She described that moment as a strange intersection and she could and shake the idea. She would later return to her grandparents' grave for the Day of the Dead, and unable to contain her curiosity, she wandered over to the gravestone the man was standing at when she first encountered him. She searched the name on her phone and the story brought tears to her eyes. She began to write about the story on a blog she entitled Lost Girl. Gibbons would go on to arrange a reunion between the detectives involved on the case and Gregory Glott and Ron Rackley, one of Suzanne's close friends and one of her nieces. Together, they began to work through the case once more. Bacom, a registered sex offender, had always been a person of interest in the case. He was known to the family and the father of Bombardier always maintained that the killer had to be someone Suzanne knew since there were no signs of forced entry. After an extensive DNA analysis, the 63-year-old pedophile was arrested yesterday. Bacom had previously served time from an arrest in 1973 when he was convicted of second-degree burglary, sodomy, and assault with intent to murder. In 1981, he was arrested again. This time he was convicted of first-degree burglary, robbery, rape and sodomy. He was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Finally, in 2002, after failing to register as a sex offender, Bacom was sentenced to 4 years in prison. This man is a monster and his repeated crimes indicate that he should have been locked up for life. In 1973 he was sentenced to 5 years to life in prison. If only the latter option was exercised, Bombardier would be alive today. Together we will make America great again.